So this MrBeast drama has been going on for a little while now. Everybody hating on MrBeast, everybody talking about his practices, his business practices, the way he runs YouTube, the way he treats his employees, and most importantly, a situation with one of his coworkers. We're going to talk about MrBeast, and I would love to know what you guys think about this down below afterwards. Hello everybody, and welcome back to another video. If you're new here, my name is Kyle. I am your guy with too many YouTube channels. Let's talk about MrBeast. So, I will say, the first and most important thing about MrBeast, and I understand that there is supposedly an investigation going on right now. I don't know how much I necessarily believe that, but I'm going to spend quite a bit of time kind of not necessarily defending MrBeast. Probably it'll end up sounding that way, but there are things that I'm like, okay. For example, one of the things that I do want to touch on is the way how people bring up he doesn't care about the actual people that he helps out, bringing up one of his old videos, just giving money to a homeless person. I always think things like that are disgusting, but for the most part, MrBeast is doing a good thing. The biggest thing that I think is important to mention, and do not take me out of context, if it turns out that MrBeast, and I know that it's not for sure right now, if MrBeast knew what his friend was doing, you know, with somebody, I'm trying to be friendly for YouTube over here, trying to get past any flags that might come, talking to somebody who is younger, if that ends up being true and MrBeast knew about it, I think that that is completely the wrong thing to do, and I will be on the hate MrBeast train after that, because I don't think that's a forgivable thing. I don't think that's something that you should hide, and I think you're almost just as bad if you don't say anything about that. But the problem is with this is MrBeast's friend is part of a protected class, and I ask you guys to not assume anything about my own political beliefs. It's a very, very iffy topic to talk about, and I'm not talking about that specifically. I wanted to talk more about MrBeast, but I want to sit here and defend him for a second, because what do you expect him to do? What can he say? If he were to, like, I understand that he just ended up giving that person the boot out of MrBeast, but now everybody's coming at MrBeast and saying, okay, well, it was the way because that person was. MrBeast cannot win in that scenario, and this surprisingly worked out okay for me, because I thought there was going to be a little bit of a bigger uproar with him kicking this person out of his company. I thought there was going to be a huge uproar about that. I'm quite frankly surprised that that hasn't happened, or maybe it's going to happen. Who really knows? But he's put in such a tough situation, because if he knew about this thing, he's risking being the most hateful guy in the entire world if he ends up saying something. Again, I ask you not to assume anything about my own political beliefs, but that's not the only thing, of course, what MrBeast is kind of being hated on for right now. The biggest thing is him faking his videos, exaggerating his videos. I've seen a couple clips online of people going, oh my god, he's using AI voices to dub over the people in his contestants, like the contestants in his videos saying things that they never said. From what I've seen nothing about AI. It just looked like regular dubbing from me. I could be wrong about that. If that's the case, I'm sure, like, if that's not the case, I'm sure that there were people out there who just had to sign something where it's like, okay, yeah, you can use my voice, you can make me say this, just nothing outrageous. I'm sure there was some sort of contract in place if that took place, which it doesn't even seem like that took place, but regardless, having all of the CGI and faking his videos, like, did you really expect any different? I don't really understand. Like, you think about this for a second. You have a YouTube channel the size of MrBeast. You're giving away hundreds of thousands of millions of dollars. Of course, there are people that get that money, 100%. But why would you not set it up so a family member or a friend can win every once in a while? You sit down right now and tell me that you would not do that. It'd be wrong if MrBeast was constantly rigging it and never giving any normal person, any random person, any cash. There's nothing wrong with what he did. He's helping the people around him. Would you not want to give your mom that money? Would you not want to give one of your best friends that money? I don't get what the big deal is. And for, oh, well, this hole was CGI in a video. Like, who cares? It's like making a movie. I don't understand why everybody's so shocked about this. And everybody's talking about his really schemy business practices where it's like, if you buy this, you might win a t-shirt. Like, how many channels do that and get away with it? Like, it's not a big deal. In my opinion, it's not a big deal. Yeah, you can look at it as like, maybe you're taking advantage of someone gullible, but even then, I would even argue, like, if you really believe that if you subscribe to MrBeast that you're going to get a cookie, maybe that's more on you. I don't know. I just think a lot of what MrBeast does is smart, and you can't ignore the fact of the actual good things that come from him. No matter if you think he's a good person or not, I think he's a good guy. Personally, I haven't seen anything that really makes me think, oh my god, MrBeast, he's a bad guy, bad business practice when he's planting trees and curing blindness. Like, these things that he's doing is incredibly real. If there's a couple faked giveaways or hey, you might win this car when you actually won't win the car. You share this Instagram story to win a car. Like, I don't see that as a big deal. Who cares? He's smart. What I see is regular people at least getting some life-changing cash. If that happens every once in a while, then I'm okay with that, because in reality, how many people are going to do that for other people? And you could sit here and say, MrBeast doesn't actually care about that. What he's doing is just getting more views. The only thing I have a problem with is that old video that people have been bringing up where he's just giving $10,000 to the homeless guy. I hate when people film their charity with somebody at the absolute lowest point of their life. I hate that. I think it's disgusting. I don't care that he got $10,000. I hate that that was put at the public. If you're going to do something like that, just do it. But on the other side of the coin, I understand the entire idea for this was for MrBeast to go viral, and people are really criticizing MrBeast right now. It's like, he will do anything to go viral. It doesn't matter. He doesn't care. At the end of the day, the homeless guy got $10,000. I understand it's a little bit hypocritical to what I just said, but if he's going around in a grocery store buying people's shopping carts for them, at the end of the day, I don't care if Jimmy's motivation is to go viral. Somebody's getting their groceries paid for, and that's a good thing to do. I just have a problem that everybody's acting like if they were MrBeast, or if they were in MrBeast's situation, they would be giving away just as much money as MrBeast. I guarantee you they'd be setting up, they would be outsourcing their work, they would be setting it up so they're the richest person of all time. And I understand there are a few outliers out there. Maybe you, this one specific viewer, would be more charitable than MrBeast, and you actually would care about people, but the vast majority of people will not, and that's what the vast majority of YouTubers do. Nobody shares their income like MrBeast does. I don't care. I don't care if this was CGI. I don't care if his real motivation was to go viral. I'm seeing nice things happen. I don't care, and I can't believe that people, I can't remember what video it was, where the guy, there was two of them. The guy lost with 1 second left, or the cookie cutter video. The one where he just kept going and going and going and going, and they made it like a movie where he ended up losing. It was this really sad thing. Like, as if that was real, dude. As if that was real. I can't believe that people really buy into that in the first place. That's kind of why I'm sitting here and all this hate from MrBeast is coming out, and I'm like, yeah, and I just really don't care. And for those of you who really, really want MrBeast to speak out and really condemn what's been going on with the one specific person, he's not allowed to say anything. I can't believe that he didn't get more hate for what he did say in kicking this person out of the company, because, again, and I ask you guys to not assume anything about my own political beliefs, just not touch on the topic for YouTube purposes, is he's not allowed to talk about that protected class. He's not allowed to do anything negative about it. But at the end of the day, if there was something involved with, inappropriate behavior towards a younger person, and he knew about it and just let it fly, no matter what backlash, I think the right thing to do would have been to speak out on that. And that, in my opinion, is not forgivable. But it is an understandable action to kind of keep that under wraps, especially with the MrBeast brand, especially with everything that you have to lose. I get it. I just don't think it's right. And that's the only point where if that comes out and MrBeast knew about it, then I would officially be off the MrBeast train, because taking advantage of a kid like that is an unforgivable act, and we'll stop there. Let me know what you think about this entire situation. Does anybody agree with me? Honestly, because I don't care, and this all makes sense. That's how I'm looking at it. Let me know what you think down below. Thank you for being here. Thank you for watching. If you want to continue watching the Clenversations channel, you can check out this video on screen right now. YouTube thinks you'll like this video the best if you want to keep watching the channel. I'll see you over there, guys. Take care.